What is good, guys? So, I'm back again with another YouTube video. It will be a voiceover of yesterday's arm workout. Man, I'm digging these commentaries, to be honest, because like I can film without cutting and editing anything. I can just film the whole set from start to finish. From all the exercises, I don't cut anything, so you can see everything I'm doing, reps and sets wise. And I can, it's more personal. I can like talk to you guys, break it down a little bit, slow things down, and just tell you why I'm doing certain things the way I am, why I'm incorporating a different technique and different rep schemes, all that sort of stuff into it. Because what I want to do is just put out as much knowledge as I can for you guys. That is my goal, to just help as many people as I can, reach their fitness goals, whether that be like through online coaching or just, through my YouTube videos and people learning like a thing or two. That'd be pretty cool. That's what I'm trying to do, guys. Just like a lot of people who are new, who aren't new, who, you can never, in this sport, like the whole fitness and bodybuilding scene, you can never know too much. You can never know anything and everything. There's always going to be things you're going to be learning. If you don't have that mindset and you think you know everything, you're not going to improve. So, keep open-minded with this sort of stuff, guys. You never know what you can learn. So I always like to start on the preacher curl. I've already warmed up. You saw before I had one, just a 10 on each side. Now I'm going a little bit heavier. Just making sure, I get that good stretch and that good squeeze in the bicep. What you want to do when you're doing this exercise is you don't want to not squeeze. You don't want to get a stretch all the way down to the point where you're at lockout, because it puts your bicep, at a pretty shitty angle. Puts a lot of tension right on that tendon, just because the way your shoulders are flexed and you're hunched over. If you get a full lockout, you can run the risk of tearing a bicep, which is not what you want. You don't want any injuries when you're training, guys. You want to be as safe as possible. I'm all for training hard, and all that, going beast mode, train to a failure, even training past failure. But train smart, guys. Don't let your ego get to you. Stick with what you can do, and just train smart. Keep your head screwed on, and you'll be in this for a long run. So just pumping out that. So I do about 4 sets on the preacher curl. Man, I was getting pumped pretty quick because I've been low carbs most of the days this week, and then I had a massive refeed the day of filming the show, so I'm a bit full, bit vascular. So no, it's all good. Shred's going good. I like to maintain like the lean look even when I'm not getting ready for a show, guys, just because I feel better. My motivation in the gym is a lot higher if I'm looking better. One thing is, if you're bulked up and stuff, you're going to be stronger. Yes, feeling larger, but I don't know, my motivation just isn't there if I can't see any definition. It's so bad. I have to like be looking in shape. It just motivates me a lot more. I can just push more, when you see the veins popping and that. I don't know. It's just my little weird thing I get going on. So, just 4 sets of that, nice and easy. Still warming up, guys. A lot of guys tear their biceps, just from ego lifting. It's not what you want. So making sure you're controlling the negative. Pick a weight that's, you can handle pretty comfortably. 8 to 10 reps on this is what I'm aiming for. Second exercise, what I did is I went into a dumbbell hammer curl, and I was alternating this. So I'll do, 3 to 5 reps on one hand, and then I'll swap to the other arm. 3 to 5, and I'll just do that for 2 to 3 rounds on each arm, and then you'll see what I superset it with, after this. This is awesome, guys. A lot of people, when they train their biceps, they don't really focus on the outer head of the bicep, the forearm, the brachii, all that sort of stuff that's going to add thickness and just give your arms that 3-dimensional look. One thing about, developing an awesome set of arms is you need to train your biceps and your triceps. You need to train them and hit them at multiple angles. You see some guys with like awesome awesome biceps, like, you know, the peak, really develop outer heads. It's just from like good angles, guys. It's what it's all about. So you see here, like I superset it with an overhand grip on the easy curl bar. I'm just going high reps, just pumping it out, and you see at the top, I'm squeezing as hard as I can. It's just a peak contraction for a split second. This shit kills. You have to try it, guys. Second exercise in, and you're already doing the superset. High reps, high volume. You're going to be feeling an insane pump. You guys probably having a lot more carbs than what I am as well, so you guys are going to be hurting. And I'll link this workout in the description box for you guys to try. Thank me later. You'll see, like, keeping the form good, keeping my arms locked by my sides, and it's just when I'm curling up, throughout the whole range of motion, throughout the hammer curls, my thumbs are facing the ceiling. That's what's going to hit the outer head. Looking pretty lean. And then I've figured out what 2 shows I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing a local show and then a national show September, October, end of this year. So looking forward to that. My training, man, my training's always good, but it intensifies like crazy when I know I have a show in mind. I have a goal. That's when I really take my training to the next level. Just my motivation skyrockets, guys. One thing I can, one tip I can give you guys is set yourself a goal. Whether it's, you want to hit, this certain weight in 6 months' time, or you want to drop this amount of fat in this time frame. Just give yourself a goal. Make sure it's nothing too big. Make sure it's a little small so you can reach it, and then you can just keep resetting, keep making new smaller goals instead of having one huge goal at a time. It's going to take longer. Some people get discouraged when it's taking a little bit longer to reach their goals as they would like. So if you're starting out, guys, set yourself small goals, small targets, and you'll hit them. You just gotta stay consistent. You can see that, just pumping it out. High reps, chasing that pump. Love doing that for arms. A lot of reps. Just going through some posing here. Looking pretty full. I think maybe in the future I might, switch up the classic physique. I don't know, I'll see how I'm going. Sitting at about 89.5 kilos right now, so 2.5 kilos over stage weight. And for anyone who didn't know, I'm 6'2". So I'm pretty tall. Oh man, so if you guys have been following the workout, and you actually be trying this right now, you're gonna hate me because we're on to heavy barbell negatives. Alright, so with this, you're gonna pick a weight that you can curl up. Obviously not with strict form because your biceps are gonna be super fatigued, but a weight that you can cheat curl up, get a bit of a swing. It doesn't matter. The important part of this exercise is the negative. You tear a lot more muscle fibers doing a heavy negative than the actual like eccentric part of the movement, like the lifting where you're curling the bicep up. The negative is where you're going to do most of the damage, especially if you're controlling that negative, and especially if you're overloading that muscle with heavy weight. You need to think of your biceps, your muscle fibers in your biceps as a ball of rubber bands, right? So if you clump them all in your hand and you're squeezing it, there's not going to be much damage done to the rubber bands, to the muscle fibers. So you need to think of it as this, like you're grabbing all the rubber bands from each end and you're slowly pulling, and you're with a lot of resistance. Eventually those rubber bands are going to snap. It's the same thing as your muscle fibers. Incorporate this not only into your arm routine, guys, but into literally every muscle group you train. Add a heavy negative set or multiple sets, 4 sets into your workout, and guarantee your muscle will be shocked. You will be feeling, pain for the next few days after a workout that you've never felt before. It's like 200% more muscle fibers torn in the negative. So definitely, guys, every muscle group you train, get a heavy negative in there. You'll be feeling the crazy pump. So on the triceps now, always like to start with biceps first, just so it warms up my elbow joint. If I go straight in the triceps, especially when it's cold and I'm lean, I know my elbows hurt a little bit on and off. So just going into a V-bar push down. I like to go heavy on these, so I've just got the whole stack. Whole stack's pretty light, but and just going like fairly high reps, making sure my elbows are pinned right down my side. Making sure I get that peak contraction. Next, I'd like to move on to like a heavy dumbbell overhead extension. This exercise is sick for developing mass for the tricep. It's going to hit that nice little meaty bit on the long head, which is going to give your triceps that overall, round look from the back. You can develop that long head, get it real thick. This exercise is awesome for it. If you're going heavy, guys, make sure you got like a spotter as well. Just because it can be a little bit awkward, can be dangerous as well. If you're going a little bit heavy and you're stuck with the weight behind your head, you've got no choice but to drop it. So be careful, guys. Don't snap your shoulder. Make sure you got a spotter if you want to go heavy on it. And yeah, just the stretch you get on this exercise is nuts. Honestly, so good. See, I'm doing it again. I do a drop set on this last set as well, which canes. Yeah, guys, just making sure I'm getting that good stretch. And I won't go too heavy on this. If I go heavy on this exercise, it always hurts my elbows. So I've got to find that sweet spot. It's like skull crushers. When I was first starting off lifting, I would always do skull crushers, but now I literally cannot do them because it just always puts my elbow in a shitty situation. Just never feels good. Always get sharp pain. So, make sure you're warmed up, especially your triceps, warm them elbows up. Onto that drop set now. Stuff burns, so much volume, but if your arms are a lagging body part as well, like they are on my physique, you've got to hammer that body part, guys. You've got to put so much volume into that muscle. You have to force the growth. If they're lagging, they're not going to respond to 12 sets. They need a lot more than that. You need to literally be walking out the gym with your arms just on fire, so much blood in them. Best way to do it, guys. So what you'll see me do now is I go into a tricep. This absolutely kills. So what I'll do is I'll jump on the cable extension and grab the rope attachment. I'll stand about 2 meters away from the actual machine, as opposed to standing right up near it. And what I'll do is I'll keep my elbows right by my side, tucked in there nicely, not moving them at all. The squeeze you get just by the angle you're at, it gets that attachment, like the right at the top of the tricep where it attaches to your rear delt. You get a squeeze in there. Guarantee you guys won't be used to that feeling of targeting that part of the tricep, but you will with that. Just give it a go. Make sure your form's real clean as well. Then jump ahead, go get some light dumbbells and do some tricep kickbacks. You hear a few people say this exercise is for girls. That's totally wrong, guys. Like, this exercise is so underrated for triceps. Honestly, you get a squeeze on all heads. It's amazing. So just pump that out. Focusing on that squeezing. Get that hard contraction. Want to get good triceps and thick cuts and separation, you got to really focus on the contraction. And then lastly, I'll jump on into the assisted dip machine. This exercise is sick. You guys probably usually just done like your dips on a bench. I sit on this. So I'm moving the actual weighted seats, not my body. So it feels a little bit more comfortable on my shoulders as well. And yeah, just the stretch you get on this is awesome. So I'll link this workout, the whole workout, in the bio for you guys to try. Highly recommend, and be safe with it. Train hard, train smart, guys. And I will see you in the next video. Catch you guys.